be in a minute.
All right, we'll go
Well,
do
that's
it right
weird.
now. It's a better time to do it.
Better now than never.
Yeah, better now than.
Oh, it's on the floor. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Woohoo, look at us with our lentos.
I know.
Ooh, my hair looks kind of odd. It was windy this morning.
I know.
Lento
you look
Momento. So do you.
We sort of are twinsies. Warm and cool. That's sort of
Yeah, it's a little not as coordinated. The only coordination is that, yay, the lentos look great.
Aw,
thanks,
thanks.
Alyssa. Yeah, I like them. I like how mine turned out.
I love how lightweight mine feels.
I think mine will be nice by itself too, without a layer under it. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I was just saying, I'm wearing a little blouse that I bought. I didn't buy, so I belong to Switch Society. I did. I pay it's a subscription sort of situation. It's called
committed
Switch Society.
For a year, or can you cancel
I think I can cancel whenever, but
Okay.
So Switch Society is a local place where you can bring your clothes, and basically it's like a secondhand shop, but if you're a member, you can go in and pick as much as you want. I mean, I've picked 3 things. Okay, 4, I just remembered. 4 things out of the time. So I would say it wasn't a free top, but it is like Eileen Fisher, so it's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've picked out a few things, and anyway, just thought it would be,
That's a good basic to have in your
That's
wardrobe.
my thought
That
process
chambray,
as well.
Chambray. I think, doesn't that look good on everybody? Back
Does
to
it?
the color thing.
I don't know. It's not something I'd normally pick, but just because it had Eileen Fisher and it was my size, I'm like, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. All right.
I'll make
Nice,
use of it.
nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lento along. It is almost the end of the
Right.
official end of Lento Momento, which goes till the end of the month. So January has moved right along.
We have set up a photo station. It's in our office, so don't be judgy. But we've kind of set it up like, you're going to a big event. We have a backdrop that says the Lento, and so that's where we're going to be taking photos. So
Hopefully we can put together a good reel or something with that consistent backdrop.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. And just, I know probably some people feel a lot of pressure to finish, and if you do, that's awesome.
That's on you.
But if you don't finish, that's okay too. And we really would like to see lentos in all states because it would be really fun. And I think finished mementos are fun and they're inspiring because you can get a sweater done. But at the same time, if you see some that are unfinished, you're not going to feel as guilty or as pressured to get things under a deadline. So
we will be chatting about some more about lentos. We're going to talk about February's knit along. We're going to talk about a new yarn. We're going to talk about options for the BANA, whatever the February one. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bake Off, and we are going to just have our general chit chat.
Yep.
I just thought I would throw that out there in case there's some people who are like scrolling and wait, like, what are you going to talk about?
Okay.
So if you want to stick around, that's the general plan. Sometimes we do deviate.
Okay, I like this spot.
Oh yeah, our
I
spot's
was
nice.
unsure about the lighting, but I sort of like it, and I love the depth behind us.
Isn't that beautiful?
This is obviously part of the shop, but it holds a myriad of. It's kind of workhorse yarns, but fabulous yarns.
It's not a spot where we typically like move things around seasonally.
Right, and it goes from like sport to DK all the way to worsted. And lots of different brands. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, so if I do,
oh jeez, don't sneeze on me. It's a pretty spot too, and it's kind of fun when we sit down and say Monday afternoon, hey, what are we talking about tomorrow, and where do we want to be? Where's our set?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be kind of set spot.
Set. But it's not, sometimes it's nice, I think, to set up in a different spot so that you can see a different corner of our little daily world.
Yeah.
So, if you don't live here. Um, anyway, so that's that. Mike and I were talking last night. We'll get back to like nitty stuff here, but I just wanted to throw out last night our little dinner conversation was about shows we watched when we were kids. Because Mike's has started singing the theme song to All in the Family, which, if you look up the lyrics, is, you know, pretty interesting. But anyway, we were going back to like what we watched when we were kids, and my standards were Little House on the Prairie, The Waltons, Grizzly Adams a little bit later, and then The Muppet Show was when my little, so I, my brother, my youngest, his brother is 12 years younger than me. So I think The Muppet Show was more his era, but I remember watching that. And then, and Mike was kind of the same. He's a little older than I am, and his family had different TV habits than me. But anyway, he remembers those shows, and he said, I think that those shows, back, in the 70s, there was always like every episode an hour long or 45 minutes with commercials or whatever, there was like this moral or ethical kind of dilemma in all of them. And
definitely, that was that way in Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons. They all did. And what was the other one you said you watched?
Grizzly Adams, I don't remember that one as much as more. Oh, the other one we watched was Mutual of Omaha's, whatever that one was.
Oh, right. The
Wild
the
America
animal,
or
yeah,
something.
the Wild Kingdom.
The Wild Kingdom, yeah.
Brought to you by Mutual of Omaha.
But I don't remember that. That was just like
And that was right
animals.
after, like, Walt Disney World. Like, they had Disney.
And then Mike said something about Walt Disney. We did not watch that.
Well, it was either before or after.
Because I think he
the
said
Wild
after.
Kingdom. Yeah.
So anyway, but I was thinking like, what are the shows now? There's just so many, like,
Yeah.
between YouTube and streaming. I don't know that there's a lot of like things that a lot of people are watching that have like a moral ethics
And it might
kind
be,
of
but we're just not watching
twist,
those
like
things.
reality TV. I'm not sure there's
There's
much
not
of
too
that
much
going on
morality
there.
going on right there. Well, I was also, back in the day, I was saying I used to hang out with my dad a bit before he passed, and we'd watch TV, and these were some old shows, like Gunsmoke and Wagon Train, and I was just always surprised about the premise of the shows. A lot of them had to do with domestic abuse and abortion, and just how kind the main character, of course it was always a man sheriff, but they were kind, and they were wanting to help, and I love that. I wish that was the way things were, at just the kindness. But yeah, and also we did talk about TV shows last night, because there was a time when someone gave us a whole set of Star Trek Enterprise, like a DVD set.
Okay.
It seemed like that was the first thing that we ever watched for binging. And Jasper said, "Oh my gosh, I remember that. That was like one of my favorite things to do, is to come home from school and know, we get to watch Enterprise tonight." And those shows always have. That's a show that always had some kind of moral to the story.
I think we did watch that, I remember that one with my dad. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Just I don't know, food for thought.
Yep. Yeah, think about what you're watching,
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to pull up some old stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
MASH.
totally. Well, and then like the oldies. So then my little brother has obsessive traits, and he was obsessed with Bewitched.
Oh,
I
love Bewitched.
We have this boxed set. So Bewitched was, I don't know if there was moral stuff in there, but I don't think so.
I don't know. They probably were just
Just
use your magic.
entertaining. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. So, that's just
Yep.
food for thought. So, okay, so Lento. We also got a funny email about Sherry's Lento. She's in California.
Right. I wish she should have sent us a picture
Yeah,
of
she's
like what it looked like.
She finished hers about kind of 2 weeks into January, and she'd been toying with, should I make it longer? And then her kitty cat started chewing on it and chewed a hole in it. He had been liking the yarn the whole time she was working on it. Anyway, he chewed a hole in the sweater in the middle of the back. So she said her dilemma was solved. She has to put in a lifeline, take it back, and then she will make it a little longer.
Yep.
But I thought that was a cute story.
Yeah, I wish
So-
we had a picture of that chewed up hole.
I know. So anyway, that was funny. And then we have people diving right into the BANA hoodie vest.
But that dilemma about the length, I feel like that's always a dilemma for everyone. Like, where should I stop? I'm thinking about the BANA, like how. So the BANA is bottom up. So I have to think about that right away. Like, how long do
Everyone
I want
does.
it? Yeah.
Her suggestion, the designer's suggestion to compare it to an existing sweater in your wardrobe that you like the length of is a good one.
Okay.
So I think I'll go by that. So anyway, the BANA, I finished this. I'm like, oh gosh, what am I
know.
working on
So
next?
show
And I
the-
kind of forgot about
Show the
BANA
edging
thing.
and stuff.
Oh, well, I mean, you can't really see it.
If you can, if you go up close.
Okay. So I did trim it out with just a contrast alpaca. This yarn is
Kind of a
Retrosaria Mondim.
Valentine-y sweater.
It is, isn't it? It's kind of
It
fun.
really is.
I love it. I mean,
It seems more Valentine-y than Christmas.
well,
even,
that's
and
because we're heading
And
into
it could
Valentine's.
be that. Maybe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, Lento is a great, and I years ago I had pulled yarn to do a Lento, and then I never got to it, and I think I'm ready
Totally.
to revisit that
Yeah.
one because I think it'd be a pretty one for spring. So, I think a Lento is a good one to have in your rotation now that we've all, a
Yeah,
lot of us are
it-
doing it.
Nice, easy, get through it quick.
I do
kind
think
of
this
thing.
folded neckline is nice.
It's sort of like it just holds up nicer. It's not
I think it's pretty pro-fesh looking.
profesh.
Profesh. I like it. It's a great pattern. Okay.
So, but what you're working on right now
Oh, right.
is your
So, I
yeah.
finished it and I was kind of like, what am I doing next? And I was thinking, I kind of forgot about the BANA
the
one.
banana.
But then I remembered, I'm like, oh, fun. Okay, good. It's kind of weird how the brain works. So, I'm going to, we were yesterday, people are signing up. People are getting their yarn for the BANA Express. Is
Yep.
that what we're calling
Yes,
it? I'm
yes.
so confused. Why am I so confused about
Because
it?
you're getting older.
Okay.
I'm not though.
Yeah, you're
getting
not.
younger.
You're getting younger. So we've got the bake thing.
Yes.
bake-off?
Are you having some issues this morning?
We didn't make a list.
We
I guess
didn't.
We should have made
and
a
I
list.
said, should I? You're like, no, no.
Well, it was like
Well,
2 minutes till showtime.
Okay, so I'm gonna do what I'm working on because then you can do what you're working on, and that'll lead us right into that. Okay, because I have had a couple of weeks really.
Well, wait. Don't we want to talk about like banana perks?
Yeah, we are. We are gonna get to that.
Don't forget.
We
Okay.
won't. I just wanted to say that not that I want to say anything, but usually when I'm in between projects, I kind of turn to hats, and I've been working on my pixelated.
God, you're doing another one.
I know. And because I get obsessed then
do.
with colors, and I just want to work with, like, put different colors together. And so I have, I went through my stash and I found some sparkly fingering, and I had some pink. Jasper bought me this when he was on a trip one
Cool.
time. And so now I'm just going to do my pixelated in this pink and gold continuously all the way up. So I'm just trying to find all the ways to make this pattern as awesome as I think it is. So anyway, yeah, and we do have kind of a little, like, we're going to be getting some yarn in. What are you doing?
I'm
You
just looking.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's really pretty. Anyway, so that's my hats are sort of my palette cleanser, I guess. I get
yeah.
to just do it and get it done and have a new hat, and I have no idea what I'll do with it. So
Socks, I like the socks are nice. I think Lento could be a palette cleanser, honestly. Yeah, I think anyway. I watched another little video with Summerlee Knits, who does the socks, and she gave a little history on her, just herself. She, I think, like started knitting socks in 2018, basically the time we were getting going on the shop.
And is that just when she learned to knit?
Not sure about that. Can't
Okay.
say that for a fact, but I believe 2018 is when she kind of started writing, like she maybe wrote her first sock pattern or
Okay.
started or actually learned socks. Okay. 2020 is another year when she, I think that's when she published her first sock pattern. So
Okay.
2020, 5 years ago. Now she has a published book. She's getting ready to publish book number 2. Her husband has quit his job and is managing her business. This is in the span
Okay.
of 5 years. And all she does is socks. So I don't know what we're doing wrong. But anyway.
Yeah, our husbands have not quit
Have
their
not quit
jobs.
their jobs. Equally as stressed out about life as they still are. So anyway, that was interesting. But
And-
yeah,
And you say that because you like socks as your.
well, you're using
thing.
sock
Right,
yarn, and
right.
like a lot of people collect socks yarn. You could totally have fun with your sock yarn stash and this pattern with
How many
some
of the
mohair.
sock yarn did you use for yours?
So I actually used I really did use almost 2 full skeins of Mondim.
And they're like 400 and
yeah, they're
20,
standard
30 yards
fingering
or
weight
something.
yarn for 100 grams. So there's more left of the Mondim than there is of the alpaca, although I used less of the red alpaca than the pattern would indicated.
Right,
Like I
right.
pulled what I needed. I still had 2 left. Now
Huh.
I did throw in a little bit of the
but
pink,
that's not
but that's
enough
not
to.
very much.
And honestly,
So-
the fingering weight here, I didn't use very much. The gold was like a 430 yard skein. I used 2. So.
Well, yeah. So 2, I think. Anyway, depending on size. So anyway,
Right.
about 900 yards ish of fingering weight yarn. It would be really fun to use your stash, your leftovers, and just be consistent with a mohair or something. I think.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think
Yeah,
that'd be really
super
fun. So I'm excited to see finished Lentos coming in because we've got this thing set up in our office. It'll be here this week, and then after that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be like, we have to take that down because it's bothering me. So it's this week. Come in, whether it's finished or not. Put a T-shirt on under it, and we'll snap your photo, and then we'll do a little reel, and we'll have that forever
Yes, you'll
saved
be
in the Lento Momento.
Toes.
So anyway, but yeah, moving back to the BANA.
Okay, so I did this, and you're working on your.
No, you didn't talk about what you're doing.
Well, I talked about my hat.
Well, that's not
Okay,
banana.
no, but
Okay.
I maybe knit 2 rows since the last time I did show this.
Oh,
on
okay.
here,
You're
so
using Cardo.
I'm using Cardo, and I found some fun patterns made out of this, and I think this BANA is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, and Verna
for
came in.
this-
She's working on her BANA, and it's coming right along. And she's using Cardo, and it's going to be really cute. It feels great. Like
yeah, it's cushy.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
super
I
fun.
think everyone will love it.
So we've sold Cardo for BANA and blankets. Is that right?
Yep,
Mostly?
BANA and blankets.
BANA and blankets.
And a couple
Great.
people I think have just bought a skein or 2.
Just to play with it.
right.
I think it'd be really nice, tightly knit mittens, like
Yes,
just really classic.
Mittens have also been on my radar. I
Mhm.
saw a couple
Mittens
mittens
are
I
good.
liked.
Okay, so Cardo
Okay,
is a nice
Cardo.
option for BANA by itself.
And why should people do a BANA? Well, it's quick and it's
quick.
fun, but when you join it, you get this awesome
That's the only
Swedish
reason you should do it.
washcloth. Somebody told me that these things can be kind of pricey, so
Oh, yeah.
they're only $10 here. So
And a yarn discount.
yes, and a yarn discount.
Okay, and then for anyone who's done anything with us for this calendar year so far, knit-alongs, classes, anything
Right.
else, you are
No.
eligible to participate in our first bake-off.
Yep, our first makes it sound like there will be more.
Well, we'll see. So the bake-off is a banana bread bake-off.
Yep.
You either like banana bread or you don't. You either have a wonderful recipe that is the best in the world or you don't. And you're going to participate in the banana bread bake-off or you're not.
And you're either going to bring it in on the 10th of February
Or you're not.
Or you're not.
We have 3 judges who are graciously donating their time to evaluate the banana breads.
And they have skills.
They're
in
involved
the
in
biz.
kitchen cooking
Yep.
stuff. They're not affiliated with us.
Except for they just are
In the shop.
downtown.
Okay. So, and we do have to show you one of the prizes. I think there's probably going to be a gift card involved also. But the banana bread bake-off winners, we're going to have a 1, 2, 3. Assuming we have participants.
This is the one. This is the first prize.
Yeah, this cute tote. Isn't it fun?
Printed by a gal named
artist.
Kiko, and I'm telling you, this was hand screen printed because
Yeah.
I could smell it. So this is handmade.
The bags are
The bread
slightly
bag.
different. Yeah, those are cute.
Yeah.
That's a cute tote bag.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that is the prize. Yeah, if that doesn't bring you in, I don't know.
I
what
don't know.
will.
Yeah, I know. If you, I would want it.
Yum.
Mm.
Yeah. So, banana bread bake off. Bring us your breads on Monday the 10th.
Yep.
Judging Tuesday the 11th.
Yep. And so it's going to be Marguerite from Zest. Katie from Sweetwater, and what's the gal from Sourdough?
Bagels. Penny. Bagels. Patty. Penny. Bagels.
I don't remember her name. Whoops, I should. Don't
sorry.
watch this, bagel lady.
Yep.
But-
Sourdough Bagels makes the best
sourdough,
bagels in
yes,
town.
they do.
Okay. And they were, yeah, so anyway, and I think we might be giving our judges
Yes,
those
we'll
bags
be getting
too
those.
as a thank
Yes.
you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's that. We're excited about that.
Okay, BANA hoodie.
BANA hoodie, super cute.
Maybe someone, I was going to say, should try it on, but not me, but you're all foo-fooed up with
Yeah, I'm
your
not gonna do
Lento.
it.
So just imagine. That's the hood. Well, you tried this on yesterday.
I did. Sorry, I'm yawning. Not because
I have
it's
to
boring.
count my stitches. I feel like I might not want to do the large size, so
I'm
have to
doing the
see.
medium size. Okay, so I did some, planned out my thing last night. I'm going to, and I swatched. I'm using Reti Light.
It's an Amano yarn.
It is really beautiful. I don't think you can see here, but there is a little depth in there, a little bit of pink, a little bit of...
And it's a sport weight.
But I really wanted to use this boucle. So we have other colors of the boucle, but I wanted to play with it. I'm going to sneeze now.
Or
Sorry.
sneezers. I'm
Dry
a minty
air.
sneezer and the sunny sneezer.
It's like the dry air. Okay. Okay, so I brought these home
okay,
last night.
hold.
I knew I was going to have to at least double this. Did some gauge work. My plan is to not use the fuzzy for the ribbing. Oh yeah, you can see that. But I'm going to then use the fuzz and the merino in the body of it.
So you've got 2 strands
Nope.
of fuzzy.
Nope.
Wait, I thought that's what you said.
Sorry, it's my story.
Jeez.
Okay, so I started by doubling up the smooth yarn a little bit for the ribbing, and it's twisted ribbed, and I'm like, it looks a little sloppy. So I brought in a 3rd strand. So it's going to be 3 strands of this for the ribbing ribbing. Then I will bring in the boucle, and I started with a single strand of boucle and a single strand of merino right here. Looked to me like it was kind of sloppy, didn't even measure. Brought in 2 strands of the boucle and 1 strand of this, and that's what it's gonna be.
And bam.
Yeah, so then I wet blocked it, and there we go. So am I gonna love working with 3 strands of yarn? Maybe not.
And I noticed that you probably did your swatch in the round.
I did. Yeah, I totally
And
did.
can you explain that?
Okay, it's like
For those of you that
basically
don't
like you're
know
doing
that?
an I-cord. It's kind of hard without needles, but I have like danglies here because I did carry yarn across the back. I like the way it looks actually on the reverse side.
Yeah, that looks good too.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to demonstrate that maybe on another video.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good idea.
Maybe anyway. We always have these maybes. We should, and then we never do.
And people should just
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, fun and size 10.5 for the ribbing and 11 for me.
that's
for-
where I got.
yeah.
I got to that too.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
So other options in our minds for you to try are if you wanted to do like a doubled up.
And maybe not
Springy.
as much wool and cotton blend.
I think this would double really nicely. This is the Sea Isle cotton. There's a couple colors for you to peruse. This would be really pretty
Yeah, it really would.
and kind of maybe a little more spring feeling if
Yes.
people are getting tired of,
right.
winter woolies. But anyway, that's fun. Or if you were
Yeah.
going on a trip.
It's kind of a chainette if you can look here. And it's kind of a modeled, like, kind of painted look kind of to it, like
That's
a
nice.
printed. Yeah, it's super soft. People love this. We've sold it for baby blankets, baby hats, chemo hats, and sweaters. So it's really a super nice soft yarn.
It's a great
So
yarn. Okay, so that you'd have to double this. I don't think you'd need to triple it.
no,
Yeah.
it's a DK,
Yeah.
heavy DK kind of.
Okay.
Okay, so then we have our Retreat Chunky from West
Nice.
Yorkshire Spinners.
Gorgeous.
And it is more of a roving, a one-ply roving, and this is chunky, so this would work.
Yep, all by
So,
itself.
and we have a lot of colors for this.
We do,
And
yeah,
I've
we
knit
just
with
pulled a
this.
couple.
My market vest that I did for Kate Oates.
Oh, you striped
I
it.
used it with that. Nope, it was the color block one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's nice.
Okay, and then ta-da! New. Callie, are you watching? Alafaslopi has arrived at the yarn bar.
Yeah.
So-
So the big version of Let Lopi.
Big sister. I think it is the original
it?
to
Oh.
the Lopi Icelandic Wool Company.
Okay.
That's what I
This
read.
is the small one.
Yep,
So
and
Let
here's the
Lopi,
big. Look at that.
big sister,
Cute.
little sister.
Same yardage, 109 yards.
but some
big
of
ball,
the colors are
little
a
ball.
little bit different.
But heavier. And this would be a wonderful BANA vest.
It would.
I think it would be fantastic all by itself and nice and kind of rustic.
And so some of these, so if you show these and that blue one you just had and this one, these are their tweeds. So they've already got kind of a nice tweedy look to it. And this,
Alafaslopi
this blue one
has
does too.
a little bit different color palette than Let Lopi.
Yeah.
Just a little
I'm
bit.
in love with this color. Like that. I love that color.
This green is fabulous.
yes, and
also.
I love that one too.
Yeah. So anyway, it's here. We won't even talk about the wilderness knit books
Right.
that are here that play really well with this. Alafaslopi is it felts like nobody's business, just like Lopi does. It's just bigger. We
Yeah.
can go on and on.
Yeah.
But for today, it's really nice for the
For
BANA hoodie.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Over here we have a few more options to show you. The Geek
Here.
from Daruma would be a really fun one. It
Here,
is
show
like
the other one. It's kind of
chainette,
buried
air
over there.
blown. Yummy. It's a Japanese yarn.
Yep, I love the name Geek. We're all geeks, right?
Really, really pretty.
But they
and
have
would
that
be fun.
core that is a different color. So, and they're bulky.
We're
So-
getting a restock is on the way.
Yes,
of this.
and they're 126 yards. So maybe you'd need 7 or 8. Maybe
This one would be so fun
It
for
would be,
springtime
pretty
because it,
really
you know,
fun.
just a nice pop.
Stick a nice, cute little white shirt
Yep,
under there.
adorable.
T-shirt. Beatrix. And yeah, so Beatrix is a great yarn. It's bulky. It's has a lot of Angora, so wool, Angora, nylon, and we've seen a lot of sweaters made out of this yarn. And we just thought the spring colors would be really nice for the BANA.
Dash is on sale, 20%, and this is one I was a strong runner-up for me, for the BANA. I haven't. I want to play with this because I love the way the dashes do their dash thing. So it's super fun.
Well, and we sort of, it came back up on our radar a little bit. One of our friends of the shop, Deb, turned us on to this pattern called Hush Pants. And it's these particular ones are made with dash. And this daughter was so excited that she made one for her mom.
Made a pair,
And
yeah.
it seems like they love them.
So I showed that to my daughter, Carrie, and she's like, "Oh, I need a new project."
Yep, and
so
that's what
the
she's
yarn
doing,
is
right?
heading to Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cute.
They look so comfy. I mean, I know how cushy that is.
Yeah, really nice.
So.
But yeah, really fun for a BANA. You could do a match set, a BANA.
Yeah, you could. You could have like
the
a
pants.
sweatsuit.
Athleisure.
Yeah, so
Super
they're called
fun.
Hush Pants. And
Pockets.
honestly, we have enough of most of these colors that we have in stock
Yep.
to do this and this.
Yeah, I
so,
know.
Together. So.
And then sparkle vest. Wouldn't this be gorgeous?
And I picked colors that I knew we had enough of to do the project. And this is 20% off too. So,
yeah, so is Dash.
yeah.
Boop. So fun, great options. And then also there was a New York Times article we were reading in the style section about like big bulky sweaters are having a moment in kind of the design world. Anyway, and they showed some really high-end sweaters. You know, they're like $500 sweaters.
$700
That
was
looked
one.
exactly like the
Stuff
petite
like-
knits,
like these right
chunky
here, yeah.
novice sweater.
Yep. So
Big sleeves, you know, not form-fitting. And then the premise was, you know, that women are embracing these right now as just a way to kind of cocoon themselves.
kind of a light armor they
A
call
little
it.
bit of a light armor, not to not be like sexualized in any way. Like, don't look at me. I am secure in my nice bulky cozy sweater.
Yeah, not body conscious, but nice and oversized. So, yeah.
So again, fashion ebbs and flows and changes.
and once again, I
what
just
is
feel
old comes back, and that's kind of fun about it all. But it's interesting to see it like written about, you know, in the media. So,
Yeah, and I do think that I've always said I think knitting really drives fashion.
it's
So-
pretty funny that I mean, it was literally like the simplest sweater. It just had a little bit of a ribbed cowl thing.
I mean, it would
yoke,
take you
like,
guys a week or two to
increases.
make.
And it was, you know,
So,
it was that
yeah,
the $700 sweater
Yes,
from
the
some
$700
designer I'd never
sweater.
heard of. Yeah.
Right, none of the designers I have
They're
heard of.
really
They're very
yeah.
like indie designers. So
anyway.
that's us. We are all indie designers
That's
designing
so
our
cool.
own sweaters.
Yay, knitters.
I know.
And then and then outerwear with this. So
and
nice.
what did Callie say? Synthetics are out.
Synthetics
Isotetics are in.
Yeah, isotetics are in. So anyway, it's great. We're lucky that we have this DIY skill.
I know. Well, we got to find a place to put this yarn.
I know we're going to be busy today.
Yep, we are.
Yay.
So we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, as always.
Yep. Have a wonderful
And if
day.
you like what you're watching, if you like us, we love it if you do. Hit the subscribe button and follow us, and comment. I guess that helps us.
Yeah. We don't know.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
gonna let Sue
Okay.
do the button.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.